Hey guys, welcome to Hidden Heights Farm. I am Rachel and today I am going to show you how I clean our egg incubator out. The reason you need to clean your egg incubator is because you need to sanitize it to kill all the bacteria. If you have bad bacteria in your egg incubator when you're trying to hatch out eggs, it will cause your hatch rate to go way down because of all the bacteria. So it's really important to sanitize after every single use when you hatch eggs out of there. So our egg incubator is about 5 years old, guys. We've had it a long time. It has been a very good one. We've had a lot of eggs hatched out of there, very successful. So you have to be very careful also because the one we have is styrofoam. So you can't just use any cleaning product on it because it will melt that styrofoam and deteriorate that. So with that being said, I'm going to show you what you'll need to get started cleaning your incubator out. Okay guys, so now we're going to break down the egg incubator. We're going to remove the lid, and ours has some electrical in the top here. You do not want to get that submerged in water, but you still can sanitize it. Then we're going to remove the turning tray, which has the turning mechanism on here. So again, don't submerge that in water. And here's a huge nasty mess in there, and it stinks, but that's what happens when you hatch out eggs. So we're going to take this mesh tray off. That's just a metal mesh tray. Take that off, and then there's a plastic tray at the bottom here. I'm going to take that out, and then now you just have the styrofoam bottom. So what we're going to do first is I am going to soak this and then these trays that I just removed in hot water and Dawn dish soap. So that's your first step. Soak this for at least 30 minutes in super hot water with Dawn, just regular Dawn dish soap right here. And so you're going to get all that stuff that's dried on, you're going to loosen it up and get it prepped for scrubbing. So let's start that. Okay guys, so in the bottom of our tray, it does have holes. So you cannot fill it up past these little holes because all your water is just going to drain out the bottom. So go ahead and fill it up with hot water, and I'm just going to add Dawn dish soap, and I am not going to go past those little holes that's in here. So while I'm filling this up, we are fixing to go collect some turkey eggs, and we are going to hatch some black Spanish turkeys out of this incubator. Okay guys, so I'm going to stick this plastic tray in here and add a little bit more water. Make sure it's really hot water because you want to get all that stuff that's dried on loosened up so you can scrub it here in a little bit here. And then we're going to take the mesh tray and add on top and fill it up some more with some hot water. So, okay, so that's covered with hot water, plenty of soap there. And then we're going to let this sit for, like I said before, about 30 minutes. Hey guys, I'm back, and this has been soaking for about 30 minutes in the hot, soapy water. And before I start scrubbing on this, I'm going to show you some of the products you're going to need to finish all of this. Like I said, Dawn dish soap is what we put in that water. Peroxide, just hydrogen peroxide, and I'll show you where we're going to use that here in a little bit. A kitchen sponge, and do not use this after you're finished cleaning this, guys. It's going to have nasty stuff all over it, and it just needs to be designated for cleaning your incubator or just throw it away. And then I've got an old toothbrush and my trusty Lysol wipes. So we are gonna get started scrubbing on this, and I'll try and get a close-up so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, guys, I'm gonna get started on this. All right, so I'm gonna drain the water out of here. Take the trays out, set those aside. Okay, so I am going to rinse all this out. And even though it's been soaking for a good 30-45 minutes, I mean, it's still nasty. It just got some of the stuff that was really stuck loosened up so I can get it all scrubbed out. Stay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just get this wet. Put some more Dawn dish soap on it. And then I'm just gonna start scrubbing, guys. It takes lots of elbow grease. There's really no simple way to do this without damaging the styrofoam. Now, if you've got an incubator that's plastic or something like that, it'd be a lot easier cleanup. You could probably take your power washer out there, spray it all down, then sanitize it really good, and then let it air dry. But with this one, since it's styrofoam, we got to do a little bit different process and be gentle on it without damaging it. So we're going to use a bigger sponge here to clean majority of it, and then the smaller areas, I'm going to use the old toothbrush, guys. So you're going to do this on the entire bottom of your incubator. Give it a really good scrub all over, and it's coming pretty clean, but styrofoam is very porous, guys, so even though you have it really clean at the end, you probably will still have some stains. And I usually don't worry about the stains too much, because as long as everything's sanitized and as clean as you can get it, that's really all you need to worry about. I'm going to finish scrubbing this entire bottom container here, and I'll show you what it looks like with just scrubbing it. We've got several more processes to do before we're finished. We have to actually sanitize it. So we'll get back to that in a minute. I'm going to continue scrubbing this out and get this clean, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, guys, so I'm just taking the toothbrush and getting in these little places that the kitchen sponge isn't able to get to very good. So just continue to scrub. Get all these places. And this one's 5 years old. It's rough, guys. So a lot of this is not going to come out because it's just stained. All right, y'all, I got this finally scrubbed out with the Dawn dish soap and the hot water. And we scrubbed it with the kitchen sponge and then the old toothbrush to get in all the little small places there. So this is good as this incubator is going to get, because it's pretty stained. It's 5 years old, but as far as clean, it is clean. It's just stained. So I'm going to set this aside and let it start drying out. So we're going to set that over there. And then now I am going to work on the egg turner here. Now this is plastic, so you can use a little bit harsher cleaning product on this without being afraid it's going to melt it. Unlike the styrofoam that can be damaged really easily, this is plastic and pretty hardy. Just keep in mind, do not get the electrical parts submerged in water. They can get moist, just be very careful. Don't submerge it in water. So we're going to scrub on that a little bit and get that all cleaned up. So you're going to want to get in each of these slots where you put your eggs down in there. Scrub these out really good. And then at the end, we will actually sanitize everything. And I will show you how to do that where it is safe for your eggs, because you don't want to risk getting harsh cleaning products in your eggs that you're going to have in your incubator. So that's why we kind of have to be careful about that. Okay guys, so now that I've got those components clean, I'm going to move on to the mesh tray and the plastic tray that goes in the bottom. So, if you guys don't follow the channel, I don't know why, please subscribe so you can follow us. But a few weeks ago, we lent our incubator to Dutch over at Keeping It Dutch. If you guys have not checked out Keeping It Dutch, go check out his channel, guys. He is almost at 100,000 subscribers. That is a huge, huge, huge deal. So we're so excited for him. Go check out Keeping It Dutch, and please subscribe. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to him. Help him out. He's a good guy. So he hatched out a whole bunch of quail eggs out of this because he had an overabundance of eggs to hatch, and they would not fit in his one incubator that he had. So Kevin lent the incubator to Dutch, and I asked him not to clean the incubator because I wanted to show you guys how I actually clean it. For those of you who don't really know and are scared to clean yours for the first time, it's not hard. It just takes a lot of elbow grease, and just be careful with your cleaning products, guys. So I'm going to continue to scrub on this. And also, Dutch has a ton of quail videos right now, and he has a really, really nice quail setup in his garage with some really, really nice little quail enclosures, and so it's pretty neat. They're really, really cute, and I'm sure they're going to taste really good because quail is so good. I don't know if you guys have ever tried quail. It's delicious. So we're just going to continue scrubbing this. Now I won't bore you with the rest of scrubbing. Okay guys, now we're going to move on to the lid of the incubator that has all the heating elements and all that in it. So like I said, be really careful. Do not get these wet. So I'm going to get very little water on my sponge and my Dawn dish soap, and I'm just going to scrub the styrofoam part around here without getting this wet. Just be really careful, you don't want to ruin it. Alright, now to get the inside of this glass, since we weren't able to really scrub that really well, I am going to take a Lysol wipe and just wipe the inside of that glass down. Alright guys, so this is the heating element in the fan. Let me get a little better picture there. Alright, so that's the heating element in the fan. It's got quite a bit of dust and stuff up in there, you probably can't see it. But if you have canned air, you can blow that all out. I don't have any, but, or even an air compressor, just lightly blow it all out to get all that dust and stuff out. So that's a good tip to do. I don't have any of that, so we're just gonna clean it as good as we can. And then now we're gonna move on to the top and do it the same way. Scrub the outside and then do the glass with the Lysol wipes. All right, guys, I'm confident I've got everything as clean as I can get it. So the next step I'm going to show you is why we use peroxide. So I have mixed half peroxide, half hot water. And we use peroxide because it will kill the bacteria and germs without the harsh fumes of using bleach. I'm sure a lot of people use bleach, and that's fine if you want to do that. I have no problem with it, but I'm going to use peroxide on all of the inside, and I'm just going to spray it liberally, of course avoiding the heating and fan element there. So I'm just going to spray this liberally inside, turn it over, let that kind of drip out there. And I've already sanitized the glass with the Lysol wipes. I'm going to do the same with all the inside parts here, the trays. I'm just going to give it a really good spray down of the peroxide. And I've read somewhere that some people actually spray peroxide on their eggs that they're fixing to incubate. I personally have never done that. My husband's been hatching eggs for probably close to 20 years, and he's never done that, but I thought it'd be interesting to hear from some of you. If you've tried it, leave a comment and let us know, you know, if it worked for you or not, because that may be something we might want to look into. I don't know. And if you guys have another way to clean your incubators, leave a comment below. We're always open to suggestion, guys. All right, after I spray everything down, what I'm going to do after I spray everything down, I am going to take my Lysol wipes and wipe all the exterior of the incubator. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but I feel better using Lysol wipes because I feel like I really cleaned and really got all the germs and disinfected properly there. All right, guys, so everything's pretty wet. I have soaked pretty much everything down. All right, so I'm gonna let that set for just a few minutes, and then I'm gonna come back with my Lysol wipes and wipe down all the exterior of the incubator itself. And then normally what we would do is set it outside in the sun for a day or so and let it really air out, dry out good, and then we can put it to use. Okay, so I've got the incubator all cleaned, washed, and sanitized. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it continue to dry out just a little bit longer in the house on this towel, and then I'm gonna set it outside and let it dry out for another day out in the sun. Make sure when you're finished to sanitize the entire work area. Bleach it, Lysol it, whatever you choose to do to disinfect it, but disinfect your whole area where you were working, because you don't want that bacteria and those germs being around your food and all that. So wherever you were working, just disinfect it. And stay tuned because we have got 5 turkey eggs that we collected today from our black Spanish turkeys. So stay tuned for that. My husband is going to put those in the incubator as soon as it's all dried out and ready to go. And he will continue to update everyone on the progress of the turkey eggs. So we're pretty excited about that. And again, thank you guys for watching and sticking with me through this video. If you like what you see, hit subscribe, and if you ring the bell, you'll get notifications on future videos, and you can keep up with these turkey eggs we're going to hatch out. So thank you guys. Have a good evening.